What's up, you guys? Pulse here, aka Noah. This is my little Starcraft 2 overview of Terran. After playing this game so many years with my brother, with Starcraft 1, I decided to go pick up Starcraft 2. Just want to show you guys the new units and buildings available, along with obviously the gameplay and the graphic upgrades and all that stuff. So here we go. Alright, first thing you want to notice is obviously the Terran Command Center looks a little different. That's because with the Terran Command Center, you can upgrade them to a planetary fortress, or you can upgrade them to an orbital command. Planetary fortress cannot lift off the ground. Once you upgrade it to a planetary fortress, it is stationary. Obviously, you can see that it has this big gun on top. That's because planetary fortress adds armor to the command center, and it allows it to shoot enemies that come close. I'll show you. Alright. Orbital command, however, can lift off the ground. It is not a stationary thing. Cool little features with orbital command is you can drop something called a mule on top of a mineral field. And it doesn't last very long, only lasts a couple minutes, but it collects more and faster than SCVs. Another thing you can do is something called extra supplies. You drop it on a supply depot, and up here in top right, it allows you to. It adds 8 more.
Upgrade complete.
Adds obviously 8 more units, so you don't have to build so many supply depots. But I'm already maxed out. And obviously, you can do your scanner sweep, but I have no blackened areas, so you can't see its full effects. And like I said, you can still lift it off and land it. Supply depots. Obviously, they're not so big and bulky anymore, but a cool thing with supply depots in StarCraft 2 is you can lower them. So your SCVs are no longer getting stuck. So they can drive right over the top of them. As far as I know, they're the only buildings in Terran race that can do that.
What's going on?
Next thing you notice is bunkers. Obviously, they have a little more armor to them. If I recall, in StarCraft 2, they only had 200 armor. StarCraft 1, they only had 200 armor. StarCraft 2, they have 400. And with the upgrade, I forgot which building the upgrade's in. I believe it's Engineer Bay. Instead of 4 slots, you can now have 6 slots. And you can use the Marine stim packs while they're in the bunker. Vespian geysers. Obviously, in StarCraft 1, when they were depleted, you could still collect little bits of Vespian geyser units from them. StarCraft 2, once they're done, they're done. You can't demolish them. If you want, you can attack them, but there's no point because the geyser beneath it's still depleted. Building-wise, everything's roughly the same.
Big job, huh?
You have sensor tower, which, if you look on the mini-map, there's these 2 white circles. I have 2 of them. Basically what they do is they scan blackened areas on the map. They don't reveal the terrain, but they'll review any enemies or sunken enemies, such as Zerg. And I have 2 of them. I have one over there, and I have one right here in this corner. Another new building, which is strictly for the starport, more or less the battle cruiser, is a fusion core. You do your upgrades for your battle cruiser there. Basically, your Yamato cannon is really your only upgrade, and your faster battle cruiser movement. Alright, moment you all been waiting for. New units for Terran. Obviously, you still have your Marines, your standard attack, your assault rifle. You have your stim pack. You can also upgrade them through your Engineer Bay. Obviously, your armory, you upgrade air units only. Engineer Bay ground units. Next, you have these cool little guys. Reapers. They have jetpacks. They're able to go up and down cliffs. Saves you a little bit of extra time. Next, you have your Marauders. Very effective towards Protoss ground units.
Got it. Sucks to be you.
They can also use stim packs.
Get
These are your Reaper attacks. Next,
Mineral field depleted.
well, obviously for the barracks, you know, you got your Marines, you got your Marauders, you got your Reapers, you got your Ghosts. Cool thing with the barracks in
Upgrade
StarCraft
complete.
2, you can add a reactor which allows you to build, lets you train 2 Marines at one time. Only Marines though. And right here you have a tech lab. You need a tech lab in order to train Marauders, Reapers, or Ghosts. Upgrades are in the tech lab. Factory, you have no more Vultures. You have Hellions, which if you play StarCraft, these little warthog looking guys. Very fast. And their attacks look pretty cool too. You still have, of course, your siege tanks, and you can still put them in siege mode, which you can see this one is.
Go ahead.
Or you can put it in regular mode. And remember your Goliaths? Well, your Goliaths are no more. Now you have Thors, and in my opinion, Thors are a lot more badass.
No problem.
They use a 250mm strike cannon as an added weapon, and they are beast. They'll take out a siege tank, no problem. Just one shot. Standard attack. Pretty beastie. Alright, next, your starports. You can do the same thing. You have to add your tech lab in order to build your medivac. The tech lab, which allows you to create more than one unit. Actually, I'm sorry, reverse that. You can add a tech lab, you can also add a reactor. In this case, I added 2 tech labs. And your tech lab, like I said, you need to build all these except for your Vikings. Vikings come standard.
Mineral field depleted.
But for your battle cruiser, you're also going to need your fusion core, which adds your Yamato cannon upgrade. Very strong attack. Then you have your standard attack. Hell from above.
I got my ears on.
Banshees.
That's fine.
Attacks. I believe Banshees only attack ground units. Yes, they do. And you got your Ravens.
At your disposal. This vessel will comply.
You have your auto turret.
Auto turret engaged.
Because I think it's really cool. You build them right on the ground.
Auto turret engaged.
And you got a point
Not
defense
enough
drone.
energy.
So I'll show you.
Awaiting orders.
Mineral field depleted.
Pretty cool. And then you got a seeker missile, which is basically the same stationary thing, but it shoots missiles. It shoots in the air. Nothing new about missile turrets. They're the same. And then you got your
Talk to me.
medivacs. So yeah, that's
Upgrade
really
complete.
about it for Terran. Obviously, they're a lot more upgraded, a lot more efficient. It comes down to, you know, supply depots and space management. Everything's a lot smaller. And everything, quite frankly, is just a lot cooler. And the ghosts are a lot more badass. They can still do a nuclear strike.
Nuclear launch
Oh, boy.
detected.
You can do an EMP round, which obviously it lowers enemy shields and drains enemies from units. And you can still cloak. And then you got high power sniper rounds. Oh boy. Comes the nuclear round right here. Go boom. And if you're my brother and you're hearing this, I suggest you get this game as well. Alright, thanks for watching.